I'm here, guys. Cuba, Havana, Cuba, the real one. Not La Villa Havana on Main Street. This is Havana, the country, the island of Cuba. I just arrived not less than 30 minutes ago, and I'm already walking around, checking this place out with my friends. So here, right now, this is El Malecón, very famous avenue, La Marginal, como lo llamamos. Now I'm going to show you this place around. I'm going to take a few clips so you guys have an idea of how this is. Let me show you that area. That's the avenue, and let me show you some of the buildings here. Now you see those cars, those are not really the classics. The classics are somewhere else, and I will be filming some of that as well. Now let me show you the other side so you can see it. It's an old hotel, a classic that probably been here since Batista's time. So check Cuba, see Cuba through my eyes. So let's move around. Now this is Center Havana Central. Let me show you these buildings here. This is buildings that in the States, in the United States, no one would ever be allowed to live in. Well, here in Cuba, yes, people do live inside. This is the real Cuba. No sugarcoating. You see what Havana, what Cuba looks like. Now, don't take me wrong. This is a beautiful city. If all these buildings were maintained, this would be just unbelievable. Now, if you see, there is a person right there living inside that building. And look at the floor above. Clothes being dried up. This is the real Cuba. Now I'm taking short slides so you guys can have an idea of what Cuba, Havana looks like. Now I'm not trying to put Havana down. I actually love it so far. I see buildings, colonial buildings, historic buildings that are just unbelievable. I love it. It's just too bad that they are in a massive disarray. They crumbling, coming down. It's bad, but the city is beautiful. Now this is a hospital. I am told that this is kind of the reserve where dollars and gold are kept under the basement. I don't know if that is true or not. Yonkers Voice in Cuba. See Cuba through my lens. This is the real Cuba. Those classic cars, look at this one. When you come to Cuba, it's almost like you're taking a vacation to the past. You're visiting the past. Now when you come down, make sure you bring mosquito spray, but don't forget you only can bring a certain amount to go through the airport. So bring small bottles, bring soap, bring things that you might not find here, toothpaste, because you might not find it and you don't want to go on the line trying to purchase. So those items you should bring it. This is the real Cuba. Cuba and you don't buy some cigars, it's almost like you're going to New York and don't go to the Empire State Building or the Liberty, Statue of Liberty. Here, Monte Cristo, gonna smoke it. So come to Cuba and don't have one of these, it's like you never came. So now we're gonna go around to La Bella Havana, Vieja Havana, so you guys can see how this place is. We're gonna show you the real Cuba. No sugarcoating, you see what I see. The good parts, the bad parts, the buildings in ruins. So you're gonna see everything that I see. So stay tuned, okay guys? You're going to follow me everywhere I go. This is a very important avenue. When the Pope was in Cuba, this is the place where the avenue where he came by, right here.
Esta se llama Infanta.
¿Cómo se llama?
Infanta.
Infanta, acá, miren. ¿Eso aquí es la Vieja Havana?
No, todavía.
¿Cómo se llama este sitio? Aquí, ¿cómo se llama?
Esto pertenece todavía al pegado. Y ya para allá te enseño Centro Habana.
Okay.
De la iglesia de Santa Bárbara.
That's the Santa Barbara Church right there. Right now we are on the Coco taxi going around Bella Havana. No, not Bella Havana. This is just Havana. Check this out, guys. This is the Cuba Masonic building. Let me show you. Can you guys read that sign? Patria o muerte, venceremos. Country or death, we will win. Now let me show you the hotel right across from this one. This is a very famous hotel here in Havana. I am told the oldest and the classic. This is a hotel where Celia Cruz played many times. Very famous hotel, very nice inside. I was inside a few minutes ago. We will visit it again in a little bit. Now, one thing that I have noticed that these houses, these buildings, even though they are beautiful, but they extremely damaged. I don't know if they are livable. If they were in New York, no one would be able to live there. So let me show you these a little closer. I love this old architecture. Look at the old houses. Let me show you that one at the corner. This is colonial time architecture. Let me show you. Let me zoom in. Yeah, we are going to go around and film everywhere. Let me show you these kids here having fun. This is Cuba trip, December 2023. Well, there is two Cubas. There is a nice one on the other side, and there is one that it's not so nice due to what we see here. This is garbage. We can see this in almost every corner here in this area. Now it's not because there is a problem with having the place clean. The problem is there is no gas. So the trucks that are dedicated to pick up the garbage don't have gas. So let me show you around so you have an idea of what's going on. This is pieces of a building that used to be right here. See? That collapsed. The structure is old, this collapsed, and this means that things can collapse at any time here in Cuba because the infrastructure is terrible. As you guys can see, there is people in the garbage trying to pick up whatever things they can salvage. As I was saying, there is two Cubas. There is one that the people of Cuba live, you know, the low-income people live, and there is the Cuba where people that have a little bit more money can afford. This is Calle San Miguel. I'm sure that at some point this house used to be beautiful, but unfortunately, due to the condition in Mexico, well, it's breakfast time and I'm here at Bilky. Bilky is here in San Lazaro, and let me show you this place. Look, they say that you know, Cuba, there is not too many places. They're wrong. There is full restaurant, you know, with full menu. Look how beautiful this place is. Look how clean it is. So if you ever here in La Bella Havana, I'm sorry, I always call La Bella Havana. If you always here in Havana, Cuba, you know, come and check this out. Plaza de la Revolución, Revolution Plaza. That back there is the place where Fidel Castro used to give out his speeches. So this is where everybody comes to visit. Right behind the camera, there is the classic car that I'm going to be showing you in 1 second. But for now, let me pan around so you guys can see Cuba in an organic and real way. That is nice and that is bad. That is, as I say, there is two Cubas, one for the Cuban people and one for the people that come from out of seas. So let me show you around. Now, most of you have seen these on YouTube, television. That is the building where Che Guevara, his face is memorized on the back of that building. Now, right next to it It's another artwork. I don't really know who that person was. I believe it was Max, but it's not. It's an icon, Mexican from Mexico. Now let me show you the classic cars. Let me show you the classic cars. Tourists come over here to take pictures, create memories. It's a great place. That building there is the Havana Library, Cuban Library, right down there. I believe that building there is the militia building. At least that is what I was told. Again, guys, there is always room for error because I depend on information that it's given to me when I am at the scene, when I am at the place. So Yonkers Voice is in Cuba, and you're watching Cuba through my lens. I like to travel around, I like to look at things and to share it with you so you guys can have a view of the places where I go. So you go with me. Everywhere I go on vacation, you guys come with me. Yonkers Voice is yours, Yonkers Voice is for you. And we try to do everything on open up so you guys can see what I see. Now the other day I was asking a guy who owns one of these cars, I said, where do you get parts from? He said to me, well, some of the parts for these cars come from United States, and China, it's also a provider of parts for these vehicles. You can rent one of these cars for about $30 an hour, and they will drive you around all the points of interest here in Cuba, Havana. That's where we are. Now I am at the oldest plaza here in Havana. Let me just pan the camera around so you can have an idea of how this place looks like. I am told that this is the oldest plaza here in Havana. It's beautiful, you know, there are little restaurants around. You can sit down, smoke a Cuban cigar, have a beer. And again, guys, let me tell you that I didn't see things as bad as I believe I would see. Nevertheless, I'm a tourist. I come here with a few dollars in my pocket. Whatever I want to buy, whatever I want to eat, I can. And but most people that live in Cuba cannot afford that. They cannot do that. But if you have the dollars, if you have the euros, you can buy whatever you want. Maybe you're not able to find this, but you're able to find that. So it's not like you don't have a choice.